Our location today is in the first kilometer of the site of the Argyle International Airport. Work has resumed and we are moving along as per schedule. For our update, I have with me the engineer consultant or the consultant engineer for the project, Leonardo Perez, whom we call the professor, and Aluko Dublin, another engineer who is working here at Argyle. He is also going to help us with our interpretation today of the Spanish. Leonardo, Aluko, thanks for coming out here and welcome to our update. We have recently, within the last few weeks, resumed work at Argyle following the Christmas break. And we need to let our listeners know exactly where we are with the project and what we have planned for them. I know we haven't been doing that, but we have to keep them updated, right? It's been a few weeks since the resumption. Can you tell us about what has been done so far since the resumption of work and what we have scheduled to do within this first kilometer?
Bueno, quiero agradecerle a Jennifer, nuestra oficial de comunicación, la oportunidad que tenemos, esta primera oportunidad que tenemos de ponernos nuevamente en contacto con el pueblo vicentino y explicarle cómo va el aeropuerto.
I want to thank our communications officer, Jennifer Richardson, for giving us this first opportunity of communicating with the Vincentian people and to inform you of what we're doing on the airport and what we have proposed for this year. We are currently in the first kilometer. The main work we have here in the first kilometer is the blasting, part of the earthworks, and we recommence blasting Tuesday of next week. Up to the end of last year, we were able to have a progress on the project of about 50%. And where we are currently is the area where we are extracting the rocks to be used in other areas of the airport.
Aquí quedan.
We still have about 600,000 cubic meters of rock to extract.
Esa roca la vamos.
The rock that we are extracting here will be used in the base of the pavement. This rock will be crushed and placed for the base and compacted. These rocks will be also employed in the northern part of the airport where we have a small reclamation to do, and city fence will be constructed. The rock would also be used in the concrete mix, the hydraulic concrete mix, and also the asphalt mix. We have done some tests on the rocks, and the results are very favorable. They show very good characteristics that could be used in these mixes. If you could remember, at the beginning of the project, I said that the greater part of the work is within the first kilometer. We have strengthened the blasting team. We have added new engineers and new technicians so that we can get better productivity in the blasting.
Okay, before you tell us more about the blasting, Leonardo, can you tell us about what percentage of the work in the first kilometer is completed within the first kilometer?
En el primer kilómetro estamos aproximadamente un 50%.
In the first kilometer, we are about 50% of the total work to be done.
Sin embargo,
this is so because we'd have slow progress here because of the type of material they deal with it here. In the second and third kilometer, the work would progress a lot quicker.
Okay. Last year, within the first kilometer, we had a slowing down of the work because the drill machine broke down, and so it kind of delayed your blasting activities. This year, well, for now anyway, the drill machines are working, and you have a new blasting team, and you have a new head. So, and you were going on to tell us about the increase in productivity. So you can tell us some more about that.
With the new strategy that we have, we are trying to, by the end of this year, complete all the blasting that we have to do in the first kilometer. We are trying to push with the blasting. We're trying to do more blasting so that we can finish the work earlier and lessen the problems that we're causing to the residents. So all our work, we're trying to plan it in such a way that we would molest the residents less.
Pero en estos tipos de obras tan grandes, el ruido, el polvo, también son verdaderamente factores que afectan.
But in these type of big projects, you'd always have the noise and the dust, and really and truly, this is something that affects the surrounding inhabitants.
Y entonces,
So we're trying to mitigate against these problems.
One of the things that really stands out for this project is the fact that we have been able to get Fort Hill down to the level that it is, and Makani-Yami Hill. I mean, persons probably won't even remember how high these hills were, and they're at the level where you can actually drive up there, park up there, walk up there, whereas previously you would not have even thought about trying to climb those rocks to get up to the top of Fort Hill. But thanks to the blasting activity, we're able to get them down to that level. And for this year, we will see them come down to the desired level that we want them, because we'll have more blasting activity on the side. You could explain to us, Leonardo, because we noticed that you're moving even faster, bringing down the hill since you resume work here. What is responsible for that?
de perforación pues estuvo rota durante tiempo.
Last year we had some difficulties with the drilling machine because for a good part of the year it was broken.
Quiero explicar que esta es una máquina realmente muy moderna, muy productiva.
It is a very modern, very productive machine, and IDC has made a good effort in trying to keeping it functional. We were able to source the parts that it needed and fix it. So now that we have the machine and working, the blasting works have increased. So next week Tuesday we're going to do the first of our blasting for this year.
Está utilizando el año anterior.
We are going to use a different design for the blasting. We're going to reduce the amount of explosive used, reduce it to 1.2 tons. Similar to the previous specialist we had here, we have a new engineer specializing in blasting activities, and he has a lot of years of experience behind him. Now that we're going to start the crushing of the rocks, we have designed the blasting in such a way that the rocks will come out with different characteristics. This is what we're proposing, how we're proposing to move forward with these works.
Yeah.
And we have re-established all the measures that were in place last year in terms of to keep the public safe, informed, to prevent any accidents.
You would have heard mentioned earlier from Leonardo that the blasting activities will resume on Tuesday, that will be March 1st. Blasting will continue Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays every week between the hours of 1 and 2 p.m. And we are asking persons within the area, the surrounding areas, to exercise caution, and those who really don't have to be out here during that time to try and avoid the area. So we ask you again to exercise caution, those people in Stubbs, Mount Pleasant, Argyle, Calder and surrounding areas, that the blasting resumed on March 1st, Tuesday, and will continue Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays every week until further notice. So just be aware and keep that in mind. Aluko, as the engineer who is charged with seeing the work done on the permanent access road to Warwick and Mount Pleasant from Stubbs, we were up on the hill earlier and we were able to see exactly where the road is, the path that the road is going to take. I know that work on that road is scheduled to resume this year. Can you tell us a bit about that for the persons who are asking, where is the access road going to be and when are you guys going to be working on this? Could you tell us a bit more, update us?
From studies that we did on plans, on the survey plans of this area, we noticed that there was an existing road on that hill that people used to actually use some years ago. But because of trees overgrown and stuff like that, the road was no longer in any condition to be used. But you can actually see that it was there. What we're planning to do, well, the residents that is on this side of the western side of the airport, and the people who will be visiting the Warwick Pond, they will need access because naturally the airport will be cutting off the access that they currently use. So we're going to the plan is to take the Mount Pleasant Road and bring it around the southern end of the runway. Now that road will be about 5 meters below the level of the runway, the finished level of the runway. And we, as a matter of fact, next week we commence the construction of the drainage structures, some of the drainage structures along the road. We commence the first cross drain. It is the biggest of I think there are about 4 drains, cross drains, and we commence the first of them next week.
Now, Leonardo, within this first kilometer, we have a drainage system being currently constructed with box covers, etc. Can you give us an update on the status of the construction?
Obra grande que tenemos aquí en el primer kilómetro.
The other major structure that we have in the first kilometer is the construction of the culvert.
Don Vicentino.
We have a Cuban engineer overseeing the project, but all the other workers, all the other technicians are Vincentians. I want to take this opportunity that I was given to give my impression on the Vincentian workers currently on the project, because we are getting very good quality work out of them. The team that we have here now doing the steel works and the concrete works, they are producing very excellent work. Could be compared to the quality of work that you would get anywhere internationally. I have the experience of other airports that we would have built in Cuba and other places in the world. If I was given the chance to construct another airport, I would be inclined to ask for this same team of workers from St. Vincent, because the work is that they're producing is just excellent.
All right, thank you, Professor Perez and Aluko, for helping us through this first kilometer update. The next time you join us, we will take you into the second and third kilometer to see exactly what is happening there as well. Thank you so much. Good evening.